Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. Let's start off the video with drawing attention right here to this liquid lipstick situation I'm having right now. I'm wearing purple. I'm wearing purple on my lips. I don't know. Can I wear purple on my lips? Is this flattering? I received it in a BoxyCharm, so I always start testing things right away so I can give you my thoughts on the products I received, and there was a purple liquid lipstick in the box. So I'm testing it out. I thought, why not wear it for the video? Go wild. I'm feeling very edgy lately. I don't know if it's my very short hair or what, but I've been wearing different things and I like it. I think I like it. I don't know if it would be an everyday basis or maybe just a going out kind of fun thing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you're embracing these bold lip colors or just different type of makeup that wasn't always so traditionally worn. I'm having fun with it. The makeup artist side of me is like, yes, embrace it. But my getting older side of me is like, girl, you can't pull this off. Let's get into my November favorites, and I do have some unfavorites as well. Okay, so we're just gonna start in no particular order. I think I'm sticking with the whole wild side of me right now with this liquid lip, and we're gonna do some favorites, some unfavorites. We're gonna just mix it up. We'll go crazy. Why not? So let me go into the first thing, which is actually one that's probably no surprise if you watch my videos. I'm always using this foundation, and I just love it. I've mentioned it in the favorites, but we're mentioning it again because I can't stop using it. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I love this. It's actually, it feels super light. I'm just waiting for that time that I squeeze it and it just farts because there's only air and no product in it, because I need to get another one. I just have to go pick it up, have it as a backup. When the weather started changing for me, and that was really, beginning of November, I could feel my skin starting to dry out a little bit and just get into that wintry coldness. I had to just use something more hydrating, more glowy. And this gives me so much coverage and so much glow, and it looks so beautiful on the skin. This is not going to be for everyone. If you're really oily, you're not going to like this. However, I have used this, and I'm more of a normal to oily in the summer, and I still use this, but I definitely find that I like it more now that my skin is more like a normal to dry. It's so good. I love this 10 times more than the Pro Matte, and I used to love the Pro Matte, but my skin, I don't know. I'm aging, I'm getting the fine lines, things are happening, my skin's changing, and I find that I just can't wear super matte anymore. Perfect match for my skin tone right now is 202 Creamy Natural if you need a reference. Okay, and going with foundation is a primer. And this one, again, probably no surprise because I've talked about it before, I've mentioned it, but I just need to mention it again, and I'll always continue mentioning this, just so if this is the first time you're ever watching my channel, you might want to hear my opinion on it. It's the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is so good. It is my 100% Holy Grail primer. I think I even talked about it in my Holy Grail products video that I did. It's so good, and I love the fact it's silicone free. I always get like silicone products. I use them, I still do, because it definitely helps smooth the fine lines, pores and that kind of thing. But I find that it doesn't really help with the longevity of my makeup. It just makes things slip and slide. So I'd rather sacrifice that smoothing effect and use something like this, because it leaves almost like a tacky finish, not in a gross way. It leaves this beautiful tacky finish, so your foundation just clings to it and sits super well. And I love this, and I always feel very hydrated and very comfortable in my own skin when I have this on. This is perfect if you're dehydrated, dry, even if just you have a normal skin type. You will love this. I even use this once in a while in the summer. Definitely have been pulling it out 10 times more than I use it in the summertime now that I'm more dry. All right, we're gonna skip over to something I did not like. And this is also a primer. This is from L'Oreal, and this was new. I saw it in like a weird little section all by itself, so it was a little confusing, but it's part of L'Oreal's Visibly Lift line. This is their Radiance Booster. It's supposed to be a brightening primer and a 24-hour hydration primer. I was excited because I love primers that are going to give that glowiness. So if I'm not using something super radiant for my foundation and I just want to use maybe a satin finish one, I have something more glowy underneath to help keep me hydrated, like the Hangover one, but also add that glow. So the Too Faced one doesn't have that radiant finish. It's just very hydrating. But this one does. First off, the smell, I'm going to squeeze some on so I can maybe explain it. So it's like a pink color, which is fine. It smells so weird. It smells like it's gone bad. It smells so gross. And this is new. I don't think it's bad. It feels super nice on the skin. As you can see, my skin does look, you know, healthy looking. But it didn't really do anything. It has a tiny bit of tackiness to it, but nothing like the Too Faced one. I can't get past the smell, and it sits on your skin. This just didn't give me hydration. It just felt like a primer that had a slight glow to it. But honestly, I'd rather use my Too Faced one. And then if I want some extra glow, use the L'Oreal True Match, the Lumi one, the Lumi primer, that very, like, it's almost similar to like the Becca kind. That, just use those. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's go back to a favorite. This product, oh my gosh, I am in love with this. I mean, I love all these. It's my favorites, right? But this one has just stood out to me more. It was a no-brainer. I was like, oh, where's that? Let me grab it. Gotta film my favorites video. It's from Revlon. It's the new cream eyeshadows. So exactly like the Maybelline Color Tattoos. However, I like at least this particular one, the formula. I haven't picked up all of them. So things can vary through the line. So not all of them, you know, maybe is good. But this one, number 720, which is the brown, they're so soft. That is the color. It's perfect. It's actually what I have on my eyes. It's what I have on my eyes all the time these days. That is the shade. It's just perfect. I love this so much more than the Color Tattoo ones because it's creamy. It's like pigmented right away. You don't have to build up as much. If you go in with a brush, at first, I used to do this with my Color Tattoo. I'd go in with the brush and I'd have to really swirl the brush a lot and then, you know, go in with the eye to even get that like pop of impact. They're a lot harder of a formula with the Maybelline one. With this, I did that same thing. I'm sitting there swirling my brush in, and then I went to apply in my eye and I said, oh my gosh, I went way too heavy on that one. And it's because this is a softer formula. It's a lot more creamy. The other thing with this product that I thought was kind of cool, so let me put the cap on so you can see. So it's like this, you know, typical kind of like pot situation, but on here, there's like a little secret applicator. Ooh, I just dropped it. Completely had to crawl under my table to even find that little guy, but it slides out and it's this little tiny flat applicator, which you'd think, it's nothing too crazy, and it's not. I like this to just pack on the color, and then you can go in with your finger or brush to blend it out. So it's a good little packing on, but you can't really blend with it. It's not the right size. It's not, you know, fluffy enough. Okay, let's get into my last unfavorite, actually. I think the rest are favorites. Looks like it in front of me. So this one, I was gonna do a review on it. I don't even know why I bought it. I wish I didn't, to be perfectly honest, and I don't have my receipt to exchange it or return it or whatever. It's from Physicians Formula, and it was new in the little new section. It's the Mineral Wear Cushion Corrector and Primer Duo. So this is the box. I kept it, you know, so if I wanted to do a video reviewing it. So this is the packaging. Same thing as the Cushion Foundation, which I love. It is bulky, but I think it's so cute. It looks like a little pillow. They always get me with the packaging. I picked up the yellow green, which is supposed to be good for redness. That they had a purple pink one or a purple peach one. It did help some of the redness, but first off, they always give some weird little applicator. It's so ridiculously useless. It's like a little paddle, and I suspect you're supposed to go in with the green side and dip in on the green side and go in with the yellow side and then, you know, put it on. This thing just doesn't even go on your face. And I find that when I use this and then I go to put on there is no product on my face. This, I don't know, dumb. Just throw that aside. The product itself is quite pigmented, actually. Is it already drying up? See, that's why I'm not a big fan. I don't know. So here are the two colors. So I had to dip in a few times. I don't know if I should even do swatches. I mean, is that silly? It's a primer. But there they are. The yellow has more pigment in it, which is kind of more disappointed. I'd rather have more pigment in my green. And to be truthfully honest, I found that just my Bye Bye Redness, which is more of like a skin tone color, takes away the redness way more than this. It's just too thin and it feels kind of slippy and greasy and like kind of has a film to it. Does it have a smell? Oh, I think I just got my nose. It doesn't really have a smell, but I don't know. I think I'm just calling it a loss, but yeah, if you see this, don't rush out to get it. Let's move on to some happier things, which is one that, oh, I love this product. And I won't even ramble too much about it because if you want to hear more details, just go to my BoxyCharm unboxing for November and reviews because this was one that I talked about and loved. It's the Marula Pure Marula Oil, and ooh, this has done some things for my skin. Beautiful, beautiful facial oil. Packaging, gorgeous. Beautiful little dropper that you just press the button and it will suck up a perfect amount. I am going to have to buy another, or I'm going to have to buy one. This obviously I didn't buy. It was part of my subscription, but when I'm done with this, this will be on my list to pick up. It's so good. If you're looking for a facial oil that doesn't make you feel greasy and clog your pores, this is the one. Let's talk about the lashes I'm wearing right now. I have been walking by these. They're the Ardell number 600s. And I have seen these for the longest time, but I have never purchased them because I just thought those are gonna look weird. They're so spiky and just clumped up and spaced out. However, I said, you know what? I picked them up because I thought maybe I could do a very vampy, you know, look, something different out of my comfort zone. And I end up wearing these all the time, like on a day-to-day basis, because I don't know what it is. These just, they look so cool. I think that even though they are dramatic and they're kind of just a little large and in charge, I like that. I think they open up my eyes and they just make things look bam. And I could go completely naked on the eyes, you know, just put on a little mascara to blend things out a little bit. Maybe put a little liner, maybe wear a nude eyeshadow, something very basic. And it will always make my looks so much more technical, you know what I'm saying? Even though I've done nothing, but it just always pulls things together. Let's get to a palette that I haven't stopped using, and it's always beside me. I've actually had to put it away in my drawer so I could use some other things because I was favoring this one out of everything in my collection. It's the Morphe and Kathleen Lights collab palette, and it's such a hard one because you can not always see the name. I have to get, there you go. There it is. I can't stop using it. There's so many shades. Everything in here is so perfect. And you have some cool and some warm, and the packaging is nice because it's very simple and cardboard. No mirror, but I always have a mirror with something, so that doesn't really bother me as well. And it was so affordable. Okay, so I think, was that it? No, I have one more, and it's an oldie, but as actually the last two are kind of together, so I'm just counting it as one. I realized I had cleaned up my collection so well that I don't even have a gel eyeliner. I just have all the liquid pen versions or like crayons. And I like gel eyeliners, and I picked up my favorite formula. There's two at the drugstore that I love. It's the Maybelline, oh gosh, what is the Maybelline? Just like gel eyeliner, and then the L'Oreal one. This is called the Infallible Lacquer Liner, and I picked up brown for a change. I always go for black is black, whatever the black is. And this time I went for a like chocolate brown, and I prefer this so much more. I find lately that as much as I've always done black, because I'm like, oh, black liner, simple, basic, it doesn't complement me as well. I don't know if it's because I'm so fair, but unless I'm doing color on my eyelid, so if I'm doing like a smoky eye or something with a lot of eyeshadow, a lot of color, a lot of pigment, black is fine because everything kind of meshes and it adds like that definition. But when I want to do a plain eye and just do a wing liner or just liner on a bare eye or even just like a tan eye, something very neutral and bare, black can be too harsh and it looks too contrasting on me. And I find that when I still do it, and I have time to time because I do enjoy it, I just kind of don't like my makeup look. And I've noticed that more and more. But when I have been doing the brown, I like it so much more. It's so soft and it looks more elegant, I think, at least on me. I love sometimes, you know, when I see people with the black gel liner, it looks fine, but, you know, got that pin up kind of style. But the brown, I think is just more warming to my skin tone. And to go along with this eyeliner, I think it really matters what brush you're using. And I love this guy. Actually, I have travel size ones too that I've always had in my collection. It's the Japonesque number 340, which I think is just their flat eyeliner angled brush. So this is it. As you can see, it's just so thin and stiff, but still has mobility. I love the L'Oreal one, probably my favorite, that and the Maybelline one, but this one is a lot more creamier. I find the Maybelline one is a little drier. So if you like creamier ones that do set and don't budge, you'll like this one. But I think that is it. We are done for November favorites and my couple unfavorites. I had a great month using these products, and honestly, I just feel like I found some new staple things and revisited some old things that I love. And I just love, you know, talking about my favorites and things that I enjoy, and also telling you the ones that are a complete flop for me. So maybe you may not go out and waste your money with it, but that is it for me. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, you know where that button lives. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.